Alright everybody, welcome back to the YouTube channel. First video in quite a while, and there's a good reason for that. Last 2 years I've been traveling a ton for work, and now I finally have come to the end of that whole journey, which is nice because I'm ready to be back home weekly. I think I was driving about 700 miles a week for the last 2 years. Yeah, so I'm glad to not have to do that anymore. But essentially what this video is kind of to put eyes on what I've been doing these last few months with 3D printing, as you can guess by the title. Years ago, I used to have a Ender 3D printer, and that's how I started out with. But lately I ended up getting a bamboo lab because I saw where the technology was and where it was heading with the 3D printers. Looks like a lot of the stuff that I suffered with in the beginning have been all resolved. Biggest one was material limitation, speed of the print, and size of the print. Nowadays we are we're living in the future, it feels like. Now the printers are pretty crazy, and basically the only thing you have to learn nowadays is just CAD, which can be very tricky for a lot of people, and it took me a while to figure it out. But for the last 3 to 4 months I've been printing non-stop on this Bamboo Lab H2S, and I also picked up a 3D scanner, and that has been game-changing. So this video I'm just kind of gonna show you guys what I've been doing. I've also started a little side business for this project. It's called Marilla Works, which is my last name. Essentially this little business is I'm trying to provide solutions for automotive people. Big shops have been using this technology for a long time. You'll find full websites just full of guys with a lot of inventory and products just that are 3D printed. We're talking gauge clusters, bezels, full like body pieces they'll print on there. I'm not trying to compete with those guys. I'm more or less on the avenue of trying to, if someone has a very particular problem and they can't find it online, I want them to come to me and I work with them to resolve that. Now I do have my own product lines that I am releasing, and I'm doing my own R&D and all that stuff on them, and you can check that out in the description. I have radiator brackets, I have S14, S13, S15, what's it called, steering wheel hooks, where it hooks from the mirror, so that works from there, and just a whole different slew of stuff. I have a Silverado, Holley 12.3 and 6.83, a 6.86 digital dash clusters. It's the full cluster mounted all in one solution. Lots of stuff that I've just been learning and printing. Speaking of the printer, we can go and check that out now. So we'll jump into there and we'll talk more about what we have going on. Alright, so here we are in the 3D printer room. I installed these storage racks, and there's the H2S printer down there. Right now it's printing a gauge cluster. This is prototype number 1 of the Holley gauge cluster. This is my original mounting solution, and it didn't really print the way I wanted it to. There's a lot of stuff that you end up learning over time. For example, stuff like this. I ended up printing the supports on this thing. So there you can see the surface quality just isn't that good, and to me that's not acceptable to like sell to somebody. The reason why is because the support material gets printed on here, and it almost like fuses to the plastic because I printed it like this. So supports here so it can build up. So the reason why I had to do that was because of these brackets. This is good for prototype. The PLA version of this was really good, but I just use PLA for prototyping. In terms of like an end user experience, this is just not acceptable to sell to somebody. But it teaches you how to print and how to like overcome these weird obstacles. Hold on a second, the cat wants to come in. And now it's a two-piece design here. So this attaches to the back here like this, and then this is how you mount the Holley digital dash to the car. It sits there like this, and then it all goes from there. Again, this is all made in CAD, all made by me. You'll see guys selling these things online, their versions, for anywhere between $200 to $300. Since I'm new to this, I charge a little bit cheaper, just so then a little bit competitive on the price. Like, my stuff isn't perfect or anything like that, but I just want to give people an option. And also it helps me get my feet wet in terms of like what's like selling to someone, getting feedback and all that other stuff. That doesn't mean I'm giving it away for free or anything like that. This takes a lot of time. This probably is like even this first one, because I scanned the original cluster and then I made this. So this is like, you're talking about like almost a month of work to get to this point. That's revision and print time included and everything in that, but like it's a lot of work to get to these pieces. I'll bring you onto the bench to show you what we got. All right, we have now gone mobile. Let that focus. So here we're printing a final prototype. This is the final material. As you can see, the finish on it is very nice. This is ASA with glass fiber reinforcement in it, and you can see the matte finish. It looks really nice in there. This is my bamboo printer, and then that is the heater, or the drying that I use to put engineering filaments in there so it dries and it feeds into here. I try to keep everything on the external when it comes to like glass fibers or carbon fibers because it'll tear up the AMS. This unit keeps all like the more softer filaments in it. So this is all ASA in here because I was testing some stuff. So that's some of the stuff we've been making here. And yeah, for anyone who's seen like Ender 3s or whatever, this thing is moving really fast compared to an Ender 3. The first time I did this, it blew my mind at how fast it could print. Like the little boats, the little benchies, these things on the old Ender would take, let me focus here for you guys. On the old Ender, it would take 3 hours to print this. This printer at full speed can do this in under 20 minutes. Yeah, like that's the type of technology jump that we've gone to. And you can see the finish on this boat. This is the material that's being printed right now. It's pretty good. Little layer lines here and there that you can tune out and stuff, but as a first benchmark and everything like that, this is okay. But yeah, there's this one. One of my big staples right now is the PPS-CF stuff. This is a very high-end engineering material, and it sounds like metal when you drop it. Sounds pretty good. It sounds like metal, but it's not. Yeah, I have a whole video on my Instagram showing this off, but yeah. Regular ASA plastic, metal, and then I call it metal, but this is the engineering polymer with carbon fiber reinforcement in it. Oh yeah, and let me advertise a bit more. These are for S14. This is the first revision. I ended up making a version with a bushing installed that we're going to print out of TPU, which is a kind of very soft material. Actually, I have it on my shelf over here, right here, ready to go. So I need to, once this is done printing, we're going to experiment with the TPU and print the bushing for the final design of the radiator bracket that's going to have the bushing that goes in here. Again, just another thing that I've worked on is the JZX90 radiator bracket. This is in PLA, and then I printed one version that's on the car right now. We actually go look at them right now. So same material as this, but this is just the test print. Again, there's a lot of testing and prototyping that goes on with this. This is a 350Z visor clip, so and steering wheel holder. So this goes into the visor, and then you can put your steering wheel here, and you can still use the sun visor. It'll still clip in here. So again, another product that should be out here soon. I'm trying to find my S14 stuff. I think I'll just go to the car and show you guys that stuff. Alright, so here we have the cars, and we have a guest with us here. That's Poppy. She likes to keep the JZX safe. But in all seriousness, I'll show you guys the steering wheel holder. These are available for sale. They will fit S13, S14, and S15. And that's it up in there, right there. So let me mount up my steering wheel in there so you can see it better. Actually, before I get the steering wheel on there, it's a two-piece design. So I have this piece right here, which the OEM one can sometimes be brittle, because the way you remove your mirror in this car is you pull it down really hard. And sometimes I fear the 30-year-old plastic. This sandwich piece here, I also put a diagram of what it looks like out of the car in the video here, overlay it. Will sometimes break, and I was able to scan this one and remake it, and then I will offer this in a kit in case you go to remove it and it breaks. So this is the wheel holder mechanism, and then this is the sandwich plate that goes here. And I removed the OEM cover right here, and it still fits in here just fine. That's what it looked like earlier. That's the steering wheel holder, which I think is pretty neat. So yeah, I've been using this. Again, this is ASA material. This will not melt in the summer heat or anything like that. This is very high quality filament and very good, very easy process to make, or very easy printing process. Again, these are available on my website for anyone that has an S13, S14, or S15. 99% sure they all mount up this way. There we go, it just snaps in there. Next up are the radiator brackets that I made. This is them finally installed on the car. Like this is the very high temperature stuff that sounds like metal. Again, we're making a version with bushings and just offering that as an option. Again, I've driven around town with all these. It's a turbocharged KA, it gets hot and everything, and they've survived just fine. I'll show you the good ones for the JZX. Again, I'm working on a lot of different engine parts for this thing. I'm just trying to print and make as much as I can for these platforms that people have, because I have a lot of friends that also have KAs and, I don't know, just like nice little engine dress-up pieces. The big thing that people sometimes don't get right, though, is the right material, and especially if you're going to sell it to someone and it's going to be on their engine. This stuff will last for a long time because this is oil and coolant resistant as well, and so all the road grime and everything it will handle. So again, this material I plan on using more for engine stuff, and I'm making an oil catch can out of this stuff as well. What else? Lots of stuff we're working on. Don't mind the orange goop on there. The header was warped, sanded it down night before drift event, wasn't taking any chances. Now I need to redo it. Don't do that. Let's jump over to the JZX here, right? We've got the JZX here, and we have the owner right there. But again, here are these brackets. I've driven around town and stuff with them. They survive just fine. I'll make a version with the bushing for this one as well for anyone that wants it. This is for the Koyo direct replacement radiator. JZX 100s and later versions, I think, used a bracket that's like, it doesn't have pegs here. It's like more like a hump right here, and it just kind of grabs onto it and holds it like that. I have a friend with a JZX 100. I'll see if I can bother him on letting me design one for that, which shouldn't be that big of a problem. Next thing on my list I want to do is I want to design the front cover for this so I can replace it. And then so I can see how mine's cracking here, and then I just want to be able to offer that for anyone that may want it. Yeah, see, stuff like this is possible, and this is OEM plastic as well, and I mean it's survived 30 years, and the stuff I'm making it out of is about the same, if not better quality than that. Like the bare minimum is OEM. I'm trying to do better, which this is better than OEM. That probably doesn't help, but I mean, it's alright. Alright, so we're back in here now. I just wanted to end it with the printer in the background doing its thing, but showing off the last piece here. This is an aero piece that I made for the S14 in PLA. It's not the final production part yet, but nice cookie grill. These will be available on the website soon. And again, a two-piece design, but the thought process is if someone wants to paint this, they have to prep it for paint anyways. So you would Bondo it, make it nice, and then paint it. You have to follow all that process anyway, so filling these little gaps in with Bondo or something like that isn't a big deal. That's something I could do before I sell it. Again, this is still very R&D. I'm still figuring this one out. It's such a large piece. But yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and just trying to show what I can do nowadays and what I want to do. But for now, because this video was just like a quick overview of what we're doing, more stuff I'm going to be showing on the channel. Next video will probably be me showing off the 3D scanner more, and like a whole process from start to finish when you do a design. But yeah, like I said, this is just to kind of recap, reintroduce myself, see if this YouTube channel is still alive or dead. Glad you guys got to see the S14 and the JZX, because I still have those cars. I drive them at least once a month. S14 gets driven a lot. JZX is on the back burner. It needs new turbos, and yeah, trying to see where I can go with this. I'll try to be as transparent as I can, business-wise, what I want to do with it and where I want to go with it. And yeah, leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of the video. This is very quick and impromptu. I just want to start uploading again and just, yeah, I'm trying to get my creative juices flowing again, because when I come back, I plan on doing this as much as I can. Yeah, see you guys. Chicken nugget. Come here. Come here. You want to say hi? Come here. Chicken nugget. This is the one making all the noise.